Hey YouTube, welcome back to the next part in this series. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. On with the show. So hey YouTube, we are back again for another build, and as you can see I'm getting right into this build and we are laying out some lines, making some parts, and first thing I want to say is right here as a safety feature, when you're opening your valves you should stand off to the side. That is just in case that that regulator was to fail. uh, those the valves could come shooting out of there, and typically they come straight out. So when you stand off, when you're opening the valve, standing off to the side is a great thing to do. So here you can see we're cleaning the steel up after cutting those sharp corners off and making that a little bit round there on the edge. And here you can see I'm putting that first post in, which I did have to cut back loose. I was unable to get it real good and straight. And that's when I had this idea to pull out this item right here. That is called a true angle. And I won that off of a giveaway on Instagram from a page called ARP Customs, I think. I went and looked it up, and I couldn't find that account anymore. I'm not sure why, but it's really a great tool, great fabrication tool to get things at a good 90 degree, and you can hold them really solid with a clamp, as you saw me doing there. And I think I use those right here again, and to do a bunch of things. Actually, it really helped me to stabilize those bars to get them to be 90 degrees to the base. So here where I got to trim those back pieces because I left them a little long, and I didn't know exactly how long I needed to make them, so I left them a little long. And when I got the front post put on there, we just trim those up. As you can see, I'm using this new Evolution saw, and after you get done cutting those ends off, they are just cool as a cucumber. You could grab hold of them and toss them in the trash. It's a really good saw. Had that for been using it. I've used it a bunch, and I like the blade too. They sent a blade with it that's different from some of the other blades that I've used. Um, it's I don't know how many cuts I got on it. It's quite a few, but it's showing no signs of dulling, and the sparks that you normally see when you start using a blade, you don't see those at all. But it does a really good job. So I think what I'm doing here is cutting the bottom. Um, it goes across the bottom there, the kind of horizontal piece, to put for the tanks to sit against so they won't fall back. And I cut two of those, one for the bottom and one for about midways up, to be able to put my strap on. Or at this time, I didn't know if I was going to go with a chain or a strap, but I ended up going with a strap. And we'll get that welded in right here. And there's those true angles again. Man, those things are really handy. Um, you clamp it in there, and they're he's cut that out with a plasma cutter, and then he has taken a couple of pieces of angle iron and cut them to match, and made it good, a perfect 90 degrees, and then welded them in. Really a good tool. You actually could make a set of those if you had something to go by to get your 90 degrees right. Now here's something that I did eventually I took back off. These little brackets were supposed to hold the tanks, and after I got them tacked on and tested out here, I saw that I really didn't need them. So what I did, I took them back off, and I welded two bolts on the inside back posts to be able to hook a nylon ratchet strap to hold those tanks on there. Right here, I'm cutting a piece of cold rolled steel for the axle, and this worked out really well. I needed a hole to put the a key through to hold that wheel on, so that's what I'm doing here, and drilling that out. I did eventually get through that. It took a while, but it was well worth it. Cleaning everything up here, making sure everything looks good. Wasn't perfect by no means, but you know what? It'll do. We're finally here. We got everything done and getting it prepped for some paint. I got some good heavy duty primer to put on there and a thick coat. I've done a couple coats of this paint. I like that blue. You know, you guys have seen enough of this blue. That's a piece of ER70S2 right there that I used for that. And here we are at the end. This unit is really good looking. Really happy with it. Hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And with that, we'll see you next time.